You can let everyone else in now.
Maybe to keep this here and the case that got it later on. Are you ready? The Summit County Court of Common Pleas is now in session. The Honorable Allison McCarty presiding.
Thank you. Be seated. All right, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, the court is going to inquire of the jury. I'm going to ask them some questions. After I have taken the verdict, I will release the jury back into the jury room. We're then going to ask that the defendant be escorted out of the courtroom. We're going to ask everyone else that's in the courtroom to remain in the courtroom until the jurors and the defendant have left the courtroom. All right? So the jury has indicated that they have reached a verdict. The court would like to state for the record that since about 3:30 this afternoon, the jury has been sequestered during their deliberations. The sequestering took place under the guidance of my bailiff and court staff and Ruth Squires, a court employee, along with numerous sheriff's deputies. And I would like to thank them for the extra time that they have devoted to this endeavor. The jurors have remained here at the court during deliberations, and the alternates have been kept sequestered, separate and apart from the 12 jurors while they were deliberating. So I have a collective question for the 12 of you. Please answer yes or no. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as a result of your deliberations, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
And juror number 7, you are our foreman, is that correct?
That is correct.
I'm going to ask you then to please answer a few questions on behalf of the jury. As a result of your deliberations, have you been able to reach a verdict in this case, yes or no?
Yes.
And has that verdict that you've been able to reach been signed by all 12 of your members?
Yes, it has.
Also, you've been sequestered since you started your deliberations, is this correct?
That is correct.
To the best of your knowledge, has your jury been free from any outside influence from the jury room?
We have.
And have only the 12 jurors actually participated in deliberations, no alternates, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you. And please hand the verdict forms in the envelope to my bailiff so I may review them. All right, I'm going to hand this back to you, and I'm going to ask a couple more questions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, does this verdict form, which has been handed to me, does it in fact represent your verdict, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
And is this verdict form signed by all 12 of you?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Will the defendant and the foreman please rise? And Master Foreman, speaking for the jury, please read the verdict form starting with the words, "We, the jury."
We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn to do hereby, find that the aggravating circumstance that the defendant was found guilty of committing related to count 1 of the indictment does not outweigh the mitigating factors presented in this case by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. We therefore unanimously find that the sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole should be imposed upon Kenan Ivery.
Thank you. Be seated. All right, I'm now going to poll the jurors individually. I'm going to ask you the question individually if this is in fact your verdict, starting with juror number 1. Is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 2, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 3, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 4, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 5, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 7, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 8, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
And juror number 9, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 10, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 11, is this in fact your verdict? And juror number 12, is this in fact your verdict?
Yes, it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I speak to you now not only as a judge, but also as a citizen, of this country and of this community. And I know how difficult this case has been for you. And so my words can't adequately express how grateful that we all are for you taking on this burden that was basically thrust upon you. And I'm sure that when you received your jury summons several weeks ago, you never dreamed that you would be put in the center of a case of such gravity and importance. So I want to thank you on behalf of the parties and the citizens of Summit County. And you are released from the admonitions that I previously placed upon you, and you're free to talk with this case about whomever, with whomever you choose. I am going to ask you to step back into the jury room, and I will come back and personally release each of you and talk with you for a little bit, not too long because I know it's late tonight, but I do want to just speak with you for a few minutes, and then I will release you, therefore, and we'll make arrangements for those of you that need some transportation home. And so I'm just going to ask you now to step back into the jury room, and I'll be back with you shortly to speak with you. All rise. Thank you. Be seated. The court, realizing that the defendant's previously been convicted of numerous charges and must be sentenced upon all of those counts, and wanting to make a time available for the family members of Mr. Winebrenner and the other victims, and also for the family members of Mr. Ivery to come forward and speak, does wish to set this sentencing fairly quickly, and so it would be my inclination to set it a week from this Monday on November 2nd at 9:30 in the morning. Are you gone?
I'm on that day. Yeah.
That day? Okay. Then let's go for Tuesday, November 3rd. How's that? Are you available then?
I'll do it sometime.
Yeah. We've set the date of Tuesday, November 3rd at 1 p.m. All right? So now you may escort the defendant out of the court. I talked to him about it when I go back. I know, but I didn't want to say it in front of everybody. Okay. I figured they would. All right. I am now going to go speak to the jury briefly, and I'm going to offer up to them if you want to come back and speak with them briefly, we would let you do that, okay? It'll just be a few minutes.